Bartenders of Reddit, what is the strangest conversation you've ever overheard? Because people assume sound doesn't travel over the bar. Even though we were busy, I clearly heard a woman say to her friend, "Hey look, the bartender's really cute." Friend: "No, he's not." Response: "Oh yeah, you're right. I bartended at a country club, and there was this one group of tennis ladies that would always sit at the bar and get absolutely shit-faced on weeknights at our wine nights. They took a liking to our main bartender and kept calling him exotic. He's Mexican. They would say how love his beard, would talk about their fav not tennis-related positions, how they kept their nether regions tidy, slip him their numbers, how chic their husbands were, etc. Gave me death glares every time I'd be bartending bar backing with him. Lol. Two businessmen having after-work drinks on a Friday, where the conversation built up to one of the sweetest sentiments I've heard. At first the usual "lemme tell ya, you're a good person. I love you, man." Later on still fairly basic: "Fuck the wives. Hey, you and me, we buy motorcycles." To finally this gem: "If a tornado were to blow you away, I would fly after you." I mean that, or a group of 450 to 60-year-old women discussing their K/D spread in Call of Duty. I keep asking him to shoot it on my face, it's good for my skin. But he refuses. He says he doesn't want to disrespect me. But I'm literally begging. I was washing glasses right in front of these two girls at my bar. It wasn't even like I was far away across the bar. On Valentine's Day this year, we had a guest who accepted a FaceTime from his girlfriend while his side chick was with him at the bar. He angled the phone so his girlfriend wouldn't see the girl, but it was so obvious. Work in a downtown hotel bar right across from our convention center. I've heard way too many negotiations between businessmen and escorts. Last one I heard involved the guy asking the lady how much extra she would charge to let his friend watch. She said it was $200 to watch, $500 if he joins in. Was visiting my mom at work once. She tends bar, and heard her making conversation across the bar with a patron. Suddenly, over the music, I hear the guy slam his fist onto the bar and yell, "You are factually wrong." He immediately faceplanted on the bar, and his buddy had to carry him out of there. My mom was just commenting on the fact that the song that was playing was country. You think they have those straws for sucking drinks in your butt here? Randomly overheard two middle-aged women. As a woman ages, she can choose between her face or her asshole, but she can't choose both. I have no idea. I hated myself until I discovered masturbation. These three middle-aged women alone at the bar, discussing in excruciating detail their sexual fantasies, which seemed to include sucking off a younger man. I was 22 at the time. They obviously knew I could hear them, but it was so awkward. I stood there cutting the hell out of lemons and limes. I once listened to three people have an in-depth discussion about how they were going to kill the local vampire, and the steps to take to protect themselves from the coven that said vampire is surely from. My favorite though, what a heated debate over whether the first Robin would be a crime fighter if Batman hadn't picked him up and trained him. I worked in a bar in a truck stop ampersand. We got lots of solo men. Guy on bar stool says the government can track our every move. Now they are putting chips in newborns right at the hospital. The trucker next to him, who he just met, shakes his head and says, "Yeah, I know." Both were serious as could be and talked with each other about how the world is messed up. It was the second trucker's response that got me. A customer is on the phone in the middle of the bar, not too crowded but a long bar. Guy couldn't have been more than 25. I go to help someone at the end of the bar, and on my way back I overhear, "No, I don't care. She's my sister. She is 13 and there is no reason she should be doing cocaine at all." Gave him a few drinks on the house that night.